Buckle up, Buttercup. Well, Felon 47 is not happy about this. Judge dismissed the administration's lawsuit against Maryland judges. Opinion calls the litigation novel and potentially calamitous. August 26, Reuters. A federal judge on Tuesday threw out an unusual lawsuit the Trump administration filed against every federal judge in Maryland over an order slowing down efforts to swiftly deport people it believes are in the country illegally. The ruling by U.S. District Judge Thomas Cullen, an appointee of Donald Trump from Roanoke, Virginia, brought in to oversee the case in Baltimore, marked a setback for the administration's battle against judicial orders stymieing the president's agenda. He was brought in to avoid a conflict of interest, apparently. A White House spokeswoman said the Trump administration will appeal the order, calling it a direct assault on the president's ability to enforce the immigration laws. I like that language there, a direct assault. It's very fascistic language. The ruling highlighted the judiciary's increasing frustration with the Trump administration's aggressive litigation tactics, which have included filing misconduct complaints against judges and stonewalling in order to provide details about the illegal deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, an alleged gang member, to El Salvador. Cullen said dismissal of the case against Maryland judges was clearly warranted, and that to hold otherwise would counter to overwhelming precedent, depart from long-standing constitutional tradition, and offend the rule of law. Cullen also said Trump administration officials have repeatedly smeared judges by using words like rogue, unhinged, and radical to describe them. Judge Cullen wrote this in his order. Although some tension between the coordinate branches of government is a hallmark of our constitutional system, this concerted effort by the executive to smear and impugn individual judges who rule against it is both unprecedented and unfortunate, Cullen wrote. The Justice Department filed this case in June after the Maryland court in May adopted a standing order that automatically blocks for 2 business days the deportation of migrants in the state who file new habeas lawsuits challenging their detention. Chief U.S. District Judge George Russell issued the order as the Republican president's administration moved to fulfill Trump's pledge to conduct mass deportations. The Justice Department called the order an egregious example of judicial overreach, following a series of injunctions and lawsuits that have prevented the Trump administration from fully executing his policies. Too bad, so sad. Rather than challenge the policy by pursuing an appeal in one such lawsuit, the Justice Department in June sued the 15 judges and the U.S. District Court for the District of Maryland, arguing it was an unlawful policy. Cullen said the Trump administration can have made its arguments through a traditional appeal rather than ensnaring an entire judicial body in a novel and potentially calamitous litigation. Well, that's good news it's good news for justice. It's good news for all of us for now. And as a side note, we all know he went and locked Abrego Garcia right back up, just like, he was afraid he would. That's why he didn't want to leave prison in the first place. When they said that they would release him at first on bail, he said, no, I'm good. So, it's really sad when somebody volunteers to stay in prison because they think they're safer there. And come to find out, he was safer there, But Judge Zenas, who is the one that ordered that he had to be returned. Judge Zenas is the one that made the order to facilitate his return. Judge Zenas is the one that originally said that you have to bring him back. And then that went all the way up to the Supreme Court. But Judge Zenas, the administration hates her. But Judge Zenas said, you can't deport him. That's it. You can't deport him. The case is in front of her because they locked him back up. They arrested him. They were getting ready to deport. And they had to go before her. And she said, nope, you're not doing it. Nope. You're not doing it. I'm not buying it. Not having it. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. So I'm glad. I'm glad for that. I have dark thoughts sometimes, you guys. I'm trying to be more positive. I'm trying to at least give you some hope. I think that there's hope. That's a terrible thing to say. God, I can't fake it. I just don't want to depress people because I'm doomed, because I talk in doomful terms sometimes. I have good days too. I enjoy my dog. I enjoy the people I know. I have joy in my life. I have, in regards to, our democracy just, it's like quicksand. We're just, like, the floor is gone, you guys. It's floor. I just feel like the floor is gone. The fucking ceiling left, months ago. And I don't know what's holding me up. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit that good enough to post it. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Sometimes I don't know why you do. I love you. I've gotten to know some really, really good, kind, awesome people through this app that I will contact outside this app. You guys have a good night.